Wednesday morning, you know what to do. Tune into the podcast just for a few. I'll be your guide with tips for your trade. Business success, that's what we'll create. They call it private practice, a world of its own, where entrepreneurs thrive and dreams are grown. From marketing strategies to financial know-how, I'll share the secrets, come on and take a bow. Welcome to the Private Practice Podcast, where I'll help you thrive and we'll have a blast. Tune in every Wednesday, and you'll soon see your business success. It starts with me.
Okay, so this morning I've had another private practice owner email me and say, help, I'm not getting any inquiries. I've been in private practice for 6 months and I don't know what to do. So I sent her a form, and the form is the business assessment. It's free. Anybody can go and fill out this form. You can find it on the website. So she filled that out, and then from there I was able to go over and have a look at the website and see what was going on. And straight away when I looked at it, I could see a bunch of reasons why she wasn't getting the referrals. One of those was because on her homepage she had a really great big photo of a landscape, and it was taking up nearly the whole screen. Across the top, she had a menu of services, but then the rest of the screen was mostly a picture of a hillside. And I just thought, well, that's a problem because it's not building rapport with clients, right? And then as I scrolled down, I could see that she was saying that, she helps with all of these conditions. She had a list of specialties or areas of expertise that was really, really long. And it just kind of defeated the purpose of saying expertise or specialties. So there was that, but also her website just wasn't legally compliant in Australia. So there were some big things that were happening, but some of them were also pretty easy to fix. The other thing that happened was I could see quite easily that she wasn't getting any referrals from her peers. When I asked her why she thought that was, she said she didn't know. But when I had a look at her website, I could tell straight away it was because her website simply wasn't referable. Nobody would know why you would refer a client to her. So I think with a little bit of guidance, she can easily turn this around. And I wanted to share with you today a few things that you must make sure that you have on your website too, so that you can start to get more referrals, no matter what your professional background is. So first off, we want to have easy online booking systems. I know so many people are saying, oh, I use manual systems and people just email me. But those are also the same people that are contacting me saying I'm struggling to get clients. There's going to be more people that book into your diary or that book an inquiry call or something like that if there's a way for them to do it. If you're not providing that, if you're only providing email, it's going to result in, email back and forward and things like that. And many clients would prefer, an immediate outcome. So myself, for example, with my therapist, I love to be able to just go in and book into his diary. He's got an online booking system. Boom, I can book myself a session at 3 a.m. if I need to. I don't have to worry about sending him an email and waiting for him to get back to me and all this kind of stuff and juggling diaries and yeah. So really make sure that it's easy for your clients to book a session. Something that can be really helpful too is having somebody else who's not a practitioner or not a therapist, who doesn't have that background. So maybe a family member, a friend or something like that. Get them, sit down beside them and get them to navigate your website and book a session, and don't say anything, right? Don't jump in, don't tell them where to find the button, don't tell them anything. Just let them have the experience so that then they can let you know what their experience was like. And this will give you some insight as to why you might not be getting the volume of inquiries or bookings that you're wanting, and some easy ways that you can fix it and turn it around. That is probably one of the most helpful things that you can do. And yeah, it's just such a quick thing that you can do as well, but probably best if it's not a partner or somebody that knows your industry or your background. Somebody who's like totally out of the loop. We just want them to come along, have a go at booking in, see how they find it. Also ask them, what do you think my business is about? Like, what do you take away from this website? How do you feel on the website? Do you feel like it's clear? Do you feel safe? Do you feel held? Do you feel nurtured? Like, whatever the vibe is that you're going for. Don't lead them with questions, but just say, what's the feeling that is evoked for you when you come to this website? And can you tell me a little bit more about that? And just see what somebody else's experience is like. It can be such an amazing, simple strategy for you to use. Of course, make sure that your website is legally compliant. That means making sure you've got all of the right forms and documentation on it. And part of that too, as I understand, is now the ACA is saying that forms and documentation need to be accessible at all times for clients. So a simple way of doing that is to put they're talking about the code of ethics and the complaints process. So if you haven't done it yet, please go and pop those two documents on your website where clients can find them. I would say just pop them down in the footer. You don't have to create a whole new tab in the menu or anything like that. I would just pop them along in the footer, and I think just be done with it. Maybe store them in Google Drive or your cloud or OneDrive or wherever you're storing them, and make them clickable links in your footer. Really easy. Get it done. If you're not with ACA and you're with PACFA, well, you don't have to do that just yet, but you might want to, because, they tend to like mimic each other, and I would say you'll probably have to do it at some point. So just maybe get ahead of it there. So there are a few little things. The last little thing that you can do is, don't get overwhelmed by SEO. It's actually not hard. It's going to seem and sound hard if you've never done it, because you're going to think, oh, it's something else I've got to do. However, most website building platforms have an SEO tool. It's actually really easy to use. It's going to usually scan your website and identify a bunch of keywords, and you will choose the 2 or 3 that most match your business. And then it's just going to go through. It will ask you to select a page that you want to optimize. So let's say it's the home page or the services page. You'll select that page, and then it's just going to go through the page section by section and make sure that those one or more of those keywords are in each section. And you just have to pretty much like hit enter, hit enter, hit enter, hit enter. It's very boring. A monkey could do it, but it will take you about maybe half an hour to do a page. I just have this as a regular thing that I do on my website periodically. So I just make a little appointment for myself in the Google Calendar to go and do my SEO. And the reason that I do that is because I'm always tinkering with the website, updating things, removing things, adding things, all of that kind of stuff. So it's really, really important. Also, check your metrics before and after you make any changes to your website. This will help you to know whether or not the changes you're making are working. And now the last thing is, if you have a website, check your metrics again and see whether or not anybody's finding it. If nobody's looking at it, then you've got an SEO problem. If people are coming and looking at it, but they're not booking, then we've got a messaging and marketing problem. And both of those are handy to know, because with that knowledge, you can then put some strategies in place to correct things and improve things and get those numbers tracking in the right direction for you. And if you need help with that, of course, let me know. Speaking of, there is an intake at the moment for the 6-session breakthrough program. If you would like some more information about that, please reach out. My email is support@brooklynstorme.com. There are only 5 places available every quarter, and it is quite competitive. I've had 3 applications come through just this week, and it's only Wednesday morning. So Please make sure you get your applications in quickly if you'd like to be considered. The first 5 that meet the criteria that I know that I can help will actually be given those places. So that's that. Now, I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful Wednesday. I hope this was a helpful episode. If it was, please remember, give it a review on iTunes. You can do that in the app that you're listening on now. And thank you so much for being part of my world. Bye.
On a Wednesday morning, you know what to do. Tune into the podcast just for a few. I'll be your guide with tips for your trade. Business success, that's what we'll create. They call it private practice, a world of its own, where entrepreneurs thrive and dreams are grown. From marketing strategies to financial know-how, I'll share the secrets, come on and take a bow. Welcome to the Private Practice Podcast, where I'll help you thrive and we'll have a blast. Tune in every Wednesday, and you'll soon see your business success. It starts with me.